It is.
I would love for Mark to repent
Hey, tell
and
him.
make peace. I am make peace with Kent Hovind. Take down all the videos against Kent Hovind and Dinosaur Adventureland, and then in turn, I would offer Mark a position as a host at Proverbs Guys Ministries. I think he maybe could add. I mean, we differ a lot in various doctrines, but he can quote scripture verses on the fly. It's that Baptist training he had in Sunday school.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
All good. All good.
Everybody doing all right this afternoon?
I'm sorry?
Is everybody doing all right this afternoon?
Yeah.
I'm on cloud nine. I just finished the rough draft of episode 1.
Oh, yeah? Oh, it's going to be a
Unmasking Kent
multi-part.
Hovind. It's
Is it
going to
gonna
be
be
a
a multi-part?
5-parter, possibly 6-parter, plus all the uncut interviews.
Oh, yeah? How many interviews have you got so far?
Oh, mercy. Okay, so hold on.
I can sum them up, I think, around 7 people.
More. How many? No,
I
more than
think,
that. Like, it's like 13 or 14, and I have 3 more coming up. Plus, oh man, I don't want to spoil it, but God is good. Amen.
Amen.
Well, I won't ask you to spoil it then.
Yeah.
I was going to ask who you interviewed, but if you're wanting to let that be a
I
surprise,
have interviewed a
so be it.
lot of people, but I'll tell you
I
this.
know you interviewed Missing Mod. That's all I know.
Oh, I totally forgot. So like 15 with Missing Mob, not counting the ones I have coming up this next week.
And those that I was referring to were before you even got the new camera, was with the older camera. Those that I have, that I have received 2, only those. So that goes more than a month ago, 2 months or something. So,
Yeah, because we have the new camera, so I'm actually going to go out and film all the 3D stuff. Man, you know what? It's raining right now. I might film the 3D stuff tomorrow. All the 3D splashes.
Probably a good idea. You don't want to get that new camera equipment wet.
No. This is like a DJI, a DJI, whatever, like a GoPro.
DJI.
And it's waterproof. Awesome.
DJI?
Yeah.
It's a drone?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's not a drone. It's a
camera.
like an action camera.
Yeah.
Oh, like a GoPro.
Yeah, the third model, not the 4th one, which hasn't improved anything and it's double the price. The third one, DJI, I think it's called Cosmo 3. No, let me find it.
Interesting.
But Steven, I don't know why you're calling it 3D. DJI Action 3. I don't know. Osmo, I think it's the Osmo. No, it's not the Osmo. I don't know why you call it a 3D camera. It's not a 3D camera. It's an action cam, unless you have another one.
No. I'm sorry, not 3D. I'm in slow motion.
No, okay. Because it can do, Mark. It can do 4K at 120 FPS.
Oh, wow, that's impressive.
And
I can only do 1080p at 120. Well,
yeah,
that's
and
my monitor. But
it's it's not good to record everything at 120 FPS, but there are some things like splashing of water that you can slow it so much in 4K. But
yeah, I thought you were talking about like a Phantom slow-mo cam. Those things are awesome. They'll get like 180,000 frames per second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Well,
ridiculous.
this one has a slow motion option. Like I
Oh,
can
wow.
put it from 120 to slow motion, and it will record it and go back and play it. It's awesome.
And it'll be a huge file.
Mm-hmm. But with
Well,
a 5
after about 10 minutes, it gets so hot it shuts down. So it's literally
Yeah.
only made it that for short film,
That's,
which is all I need it for the Real Tour. Because the Real Tour is amazing now. It's got all kinds of entryways where he guns it, and we're going to be looking into some big animatronic life-size dinosaurs and revamp his tour to where, like, as soon as you start it, once you get past the back 40 and you hand feed all the animals, the cows and all such, the sheep and whatever, then it'll be like you're running from dinosaurs throughout the whole thing. So it's going to be amazing. But right now, there's gigantic mud piles. Once you get past the rock climbing walls and all the quicksand base.
the quicksand.
quicksand.
Yeah, it's something we're making.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it
It's
is.
just going to look like that. Just
Yeah,
ask Rex. Rex was here.
Just stay out of the actual swamp back there.
All right.
That will actually suck you in like quicksand. Where they got the
Are you
excavator
talking
shit.
about out back? Well,
Yeah.
that's the quicksand bay.
The quicksand bay?
Quicksand Bay. Oh wow.
So we're gonna make that excavator look like a dinosaur,
Is
like
it
a water
still in the mud?
dinosaur.
Is it still in there?
Yes, it is. It is still there.
They never dug it out? Oh wow. Poor Casey.
The quote they
Casey's
got for it was $40,000 to get it out.
Wow.
It's not worth that much.
I know. It was only
Wow.
worth like 17.
With
I think
that
he got it
money,
for 10.
you can buy the machinery to do it yourself, man.
I don't know. The swamp back there is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like the most viscous mud you can imagine. Like it will suck you in and drag you down. It's not sand either.
It's
It's
like
like
pure. It's like sediment.
silt, but it's way more dense. It's like the precursor to clay. And if you get stuck in there, you're not getting out. Just like that tractor. Not on your own anyway.
Isn't that what happened to the Burning Man festival this year?
Getting stuck in the mud.
Yeah, it started raining, and all of them, thousands of people, got stuck there. Nobody could leave. They couldn't move their cars. It was
Oh yeah,
like
just go look at any combat history of muddy conditions, and you'll find a plethora of stories from soldiers who would swear on their lives that mud was their worst enemy, as opposed to like the men shooting at them from the other trenches. Because that mud, the way that stuff works, it's relentless. It sticks to everything. It gets all over you. There's no cleaning it. There's no getting out of it if
yeah,
you get sucked in. It's just it
and
stops
having the
entire armies.
having the experience from dirt bikes and jeeps. Once it rolls around and your tire rolls into it, you lost 100% of your tire. Like it doesn't even spin anymore. And yeah, only tanks can go through that mud.
So Kent wanted me to break that dam down, that earthen dam that's on, let's see, that's the north side of that filled in lake. And I was out there with the excavator for like a month trying to get some of this slop, this mud out of that huge pit, just so where the water would flow out. We were taking trees, like entire whole trees, and shoving them down in this mud pit to see if we could find the bottom. And I'm talking like 40-foot tree trunks that never touched the bottom of that mud slop. So my advice would be to keep people out of there, away from that, because you don't want to get stuck in that.
No, that's the whole thing, right? We bring them across on a slightly dense rope, and then we begin cutting rope when they're halfway across if they don't make a sizable donation. Wink, wink.
That's
Hmm.
hilarious.
There, I gave you something to make a documentary about.
No, I sense your sarcasm. But no, seriously, as
Oh,
like a
man.
public service announcement,
Mark,
that
let me
that can
interview
be very
you.
dangerous.
Mark, let me interview you.
You know, when you
Seriously
gave
now.
me that number the other day, it actually kind of may have influenced me just a little. Let me think on it.
Well, look, I want to make something clear also. I guess I may have offended Lupin by doing it, but I
I
really
wasn't gonna
didn't
bring
think
anybody's
Lupin
name
would
into
care.
it.
He's always, well,
Well, he
Lupin's
called me
always
this
so
morning.
bold. I didn't think he would care.
Yeah, he called me this morning, but didn't have anything to say.
Well, what do you mean?
So yeah, I wasn't gonna mention his name. No, he called my phone this morning. He called me on my cell phone at my cell
Yeah,
phone
but what do
number.
you mean he called you and didn't have anything to say? Like he was just not talking? That's weird.
Yeah, he just didn't say anything. Dead silence. Well, it wasn't dead silent. I could tell he was there, but he was just breathing, but he wasn't talking. It was really creepy,
Well,
actually.
if I doxed him, I didn't mean to dox him. I don't know. You asked me for his
No,
number, and I was like, okay.
no,
My number's out there. I didn't.
that's not what that is. Now, saying if you had said his number on the stream and then said his name with it, which that's not even his real name, so who cares? But no, no private information has been given other than it was Lupin's number that I requested.
And I
You said
think
it.
the name I had on the phone was Wolfden, right? Wasn't even
Woof,
his name.
woof,
Yeah.
woofed
Yep.
in.
Yep.
Didn't even give him the courtesy of an L.
So, dude,
I heard.
look, you have a perspective of this whole thing, and I'm going to need those perspectives by episode 3. I could use Robert Beatty by episode 2.
Well, for all the good things I could
You
say
say you
about,
care about truth too.
well, hear me out. For all the good things I could say about Dinosaur Adventureland, how much fun it is, and how it's an escape from reality that some people desperately need at some point in their life, it was overshadowed by you know what.
Which I think is not part of the responsibility of that specific person. Yes, he makes mistakes. A lot of people do, but overall, the overall fruit has nothing to do with that. So I think it's not good enough to give it all
Well,
our focus.
he preaches a false gospel too, and
Well,
his
look,
end time philosophy is so erroneous.
look.
Um,
Episode 3 is called The Comeback, and it's about everything that happens after he gets out up to the time where we're all at DAL, and then after with all the interviews against him, all the workers or volunteers that flipped on him, and you. Like, I'm going to mention some people. I'm not going to dox you guys, but I'm going to show clips of you guys celebrating when his channel got taken down. And people who have never seen your stuff before are going to want to know. Like, they're going to want to know why. And they're going to want to know, who is this guy?
Sure.
So help me tell that fact.
Or, there is a chance that if you don't want that to happen, we are people who want to work to show the truth. If somebody has been attacking and then he changes their minds, they don't have to be there. But if they have to be on the documentary, it's always best to get their own perspective instead of just talking about them without them being there to say it themselves. And I do trust that what Steven said, he will keep his word. All the interviews he will take of people that have something negative to say about him, they will go out unedited. Like the job is not to change the views of somebody; it's to present the views of somebody, right? So you can
So
at least trust him there. Yeah.
I got a question for Steven. And I know you don't want to give too much away, but did you interview Brady Byram, Ernie Land, and Steve Land? Because they're on the board, right?
No, not anymore. I had no
None of them?
reason to. No, nope. I have no reason to interview Brady Byram and Ernie Land. I didn't ask, but I don't think he would give me much, so I just didn't pursue it. Steve Land, I do want to get a hold of.
I have his phone number.
His current phone number?
Well, I don't know if he changed it or not.
Now, I'd rather email him.
Why? Call him.
But I'll tell you this. I have a plethora of interviews and information from the times of the first DAL. Like, I have a pretty stinking good, clear picture of what was happening there.
Did you interview Freddie?
No.
Mercury?
Overall, I'm doing very little focus on this DAL. Episode 4 is called Dinosaur Adventureland. And the first half of it's going to be all of lands. The first one's going to be all about the Pensacola property. The second half is going to be about everything here that's happened and went on.
Gotcha. Have you interviewed Randall Alexander?
I think Randy is still in jail, is he not? No, that's Randall
not
Owens.
That Randy. Not that Randy.
No, I have no idea.
Oh, that's
no idea who that is.
Steven's father.
Oh yeah.
Steven Alexander.
Yeah, I remember.
I have his number too, if you want it.
No, I mean I don't plan on putting that in there.
Okay. I don't blame you there.
Yeah.
That was a
Very
tragedy.
sad.
You know, and that's something I wanted to talk to you about because one of your guys' buddies said I had blood on my hands for that incident, and you know, saying that you're his friend and saying I had blood on my hands.
The same accusation on. You've made the same accusation on Kent before, haven't you? That he had blood on his hands for it.
No, actually,
he wasn't even there that day.
No, I've actually defended and Kent and that he wasn't guilty. You know, it was a freak accident. It was a tragedy. Could there have been better protocols in place? Yes. But ultimately, I don't think anything would have changed the outcome.
Yeah.
Just because of the way it went down. And I still remember that vividly. Because I was playing pool with Randall and
Dad.
You guys were over there by the grill, and then he ran out in the water after that one of his kids, and that's when I believe it happened. I think Steven chased him down alongside the pier and slipped.
I hate lakes, man. I just wanted to say that. I just hate them for that reason. People drown on them so easily.
Such a tragedy.
And
no, I would never blame.
It's a happy place, though.
I would never.
Yeah,
I would never
but
blame
you
anybody
know,
for what happened that day because it was an accident. It was a freak accident, and I honestly, the more I've thought on it, I have in the past said it was preventable. I think that's the closest I've come to putting any kind of blame on Kent Hovind to say it was preventable by having a lifeguard there or what have you. But the more I recall it and how it went down, I don't think anything could have prevented that. I think it was just a freak accident. Everybody's attention was on the father running out into the lake to get the other kid that was about to go under. And that was, you know, nobody was looking at Poor little Steven.
So, give me an interview.
I mean, I'm giving you something right now. I am. That's why I came over here.
No, I want
A little quid
I
pro
want a
quo. You
full
gave me a little
interview.
something. I'm giving you a little something. Well, you can piece this
I'm
together.
not.
It's not
I
that hard.
didn't give you something. I just gave you Lupin's phone number. I mean, I didn't know I was outing him.
Well, I'm ultimately going to need that. So, thank you.
For what?
He false flagged my channel.
I
And I'm having
tried.
to do a counter notification.
I tried watching today,
Oh crap!
but I then had to go and wanted to resume. And I don't know if you heard the show from the beginning, but I met a friend and they invited me to their house, and I went there and it started from a coffee, and I left at 11 a.m. So I stayed there for like 8, 6, 7 hours or something.
That's
So I
good
did
though.
not get. So I did not get to watch the rest, but I did hear the beginning that you said he filed. And I heard you were very mad about it, but he filed a DMCA. What is that called? On
Digital Millennial Copyright Act.
on one of Ghost's videos.
Yes, and the thing about that is, so what Gangster Ghost does when he wants to do a video review is he'll download the video, he'll clip out the segment that he wants, he'll upload it, and then we'll watch it. And then normally he privates it or makes it unlisted. This one he didn't. I don't know if that was a mistake or an accident. I just don't know. I wasn't there when he published it, but it wasn't transformed in any way. It was just a segment of Lupin's show that was posted on Gangster channel. That's actually a legitimate case where a DMCA takedown would be right. But what he did with my channel was completely different, because the video he took down off of my channel, the strike I got from Lupin was from the show where Lupin, See Now, I know you guys know that. Lupin and Peter were going at it, and then Peter came to my show and we rewatched that and commented throughout the whole thing, which is normal. That's what people do all over YouTube. They watch a video, they comment to it. It's a whole genre. And we do a lot of that.
Which
And
I think is legal.
it is. It's 100% legal. It's
The
transformative
issue
because we have
is though
commentary.
it's really tacky, and I don't think it's appropriate to do that to someone's live stream. Like restreaming somebody's live stream is highly inappropriate.
Well,
Surely
that's
you
what
recognize
Lupin
that.
does. That's what Lupin does. He'll go into, like, take for example, he'll go into Gangster Ghost's live stream and just you see how it says stream this to your audience, Achilles,
Yeah.
in the upper right. He clicks on that without even asking, and it streams it to his channel. That's tacky. Asking is one thing. Doing it without permission is another.
No, that's not tacky, because that's a function that the host has the option to turn off. So if he didn't want people who came on to have that ability, he should turn that option off.
And I did.
Then
Once it was
should not be
abused.
able to do it. Well, then you can't. When it was available. Like, come on, man, that's weird.
You're roboting really bad.
You're roboting, Steven. Yes.
Well, no, my point is you can't say it's weird when it was available.
Well, I'm basically parroting what you said. To just restream somebody's live stream is tacky, and I was agreeing with you actually.
Well, no, commenting on somebody's live stream as it's live and being live with it, like, that's tacky, is what I say.
Wait, hold up. So his live stream was over, right? It was already concluded.
I have no idea. I honestly don't know the incident you're talking about.
Yeah, but wait. Let Mark finish. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm explaining it to you.
Yeah.
Lupin and Peter were going at it on Lupin's show, okay? And some of the things that were said were really ridiculous. And I asked Peter if he wanted to come on my channel and review it, because I thought it was worthy of a review, a reaction. So we played the video, shared it in my Google Meet, and we paused it to commentate throughout the whole thing. And as a matter of fact, it was more commentary than video. But Lupin went and struck that video saying it was all his content. Every word that I said belongs to me. And the words that I was saying was commenting on that video. That is what fair use is. It's transformative. The content went from Lupin's.
Did you get in trouble?
No, I'm doing a counterclaim. And I might have to go to court
So
for it.
you didn't get in trouble?
Well, I've got a strike.
Wait, not yet.
You did get a strike. So
Yeah,
you did get in trouble.
I don't
Man,
really see that
I
as
don't
getting
know why.
trouble.
I don't know why
YouTube
people
police
go
are
to
one
that
thing.
extreme. I really don't. I do
I
wish
agree.
that you and Kent would make amends, and you would come see what this place has turned out to be. And I think you'd be really proud of Kent, and I think you'd be really proud of Dinosaur Adventureland. But I don't think you will come visit this place because I think you love it so much. That's what makes you bitter.
No, I'm not really bitter anymore. I was bitter for a while, but I'm over it. I'm just more aware, more astute to scams like that.
So anyway, let me just put this out on the record. I do think that Lupin loses his temper, and he will do things which, if we go back in time, do relate to how our roads separated. So there are things that there are limits. So we've been going back and forth, and I will say maybe the Proverbs team is not doing that so much, picking up somebody's stream and commenting on it. But every other channel around this community does that a lot. So in order for one of them to one day say, no, this content belongs to me, so I'm gonna call the thought police on you, I do think is a very extreme length that he shouldn't go to. And I have defended him in the past for the discussion about blood on your hands when it comes to the lake, only in the following premise. When he had to defend Kent Hovind all the time, and he was hearing the blood is on Kent Hovind's hands, a defense, a possible defense could be, no, you know what, if you were there too, then the blood is also on your hands. But that's not exactly how it happened. I do think that he has been crossing some lines, and I do love him, but crossing those lines is a mistake.
Well, he
So
asked
I
my
just
10-year-old daughter to give him a foot massage.
Yeah, it's another line. I mean, I've seen a couple of them getting crossed, and you remember I have said so and publicly that I don't like crossing those lines. And yeah,
There are certain lines you don't cross with a man. You don't mess with a man's child, right? You don't mess with a
especially
man's
if it's
friend.
a daughter. I mean, right?
Well, I'd stand up for my son the exact same way.
I know, but when it comes to a daughter, it's even worse. That's all. All right.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to defend your children against any and all possible threats.
That too, even though it's something which is way over the red line, I kind of see where it comes from. It comes from this attack on Kent Hovind about that incident, right?
Yeah, well, Kent had my daughter. He actually had my daughter give him a foot massage and more.
I actually think it was a back massage. I'm not sure, but still, you would know better.
Don't get into the massage period.
But even then, like that's extreme. That's extreme going and saying that. I mean, I do think that sometimes when you corner someone and they don't know exactly how to react, they will do mistakes which then turn the focus on the mistakes. So I think he should get out of the whole drama. I think
he's fomenting it, though.
For example, like if Israel right now nukes Gaza,
Israel
it lost it lost everything that it was striving to. That's what I'm trying to say. I brought an extreme example just to show that, right? There is tact, and there is at least some understanding that if I say something on a stream that Mark wants to address, he will pick that up and show it on his channel. He shouldn't be afraid that I will strike his channel down.
Right. Because that's fair use. And if anybody wants to take my content and do the exact same thing, that's fair use, and I don't mind. That's why I put it out there publicly so people can commentate on it. You can do that. It's no different than putting a comment in a comment section. You know,
Hey,
that's
I
not
don't care if
copyright.
somebody comments on my material or replays the entire material.
Well,
Just
people like
not
live
while
reactions
I'm
too.
doing it live.
Right.
Sure. I get
No,
that.
no. That is clearly stealing someone's intellectual property. It's intellectual theft.
How
To
so?
live
Like if somebody's just
comment
playing
on
your,
somebody's live comment.
so if somebody is right now watching this in a Google Meet somewhere or a StreamYard and they're pausing and commenting, that's still fair use.
And I think it is. I think it is. But
It's still intellectual theft, no
No,
matter
it's fair
what it
use.
gets by. I don't care what it clears or whether they say it's doable or not. Intellectually, it's theft.
Steven, do you want me to explain to you what the DMCA
yeah,
allows?
to me, please. Yeah.
Commentary and criticism, adding a critique or analysis of the original work, for example, using excerpts of a book to review or critique it. Parody, imitating the original work in a way that ridicules or comments on the original work or its creator. For instance, a
Lawyer.
comedic parody of a song that makes fun of the original song's content or style. Number 3, education and research. And there's only 5. Using the work for scholarly purposes, such as quoting a text in a research paper or educational presentation to illustrate a point. Number 4, news reporting, using portions of the original work to report news, providing context or background for a story. Number 5, creating new art, repurposing the original work in a new artistic context, such as altering an image to make a political statement or combining it with other media to create a new piece of art. So those things are considered transformative work. So if I put out any kind of content on my channel, I own that content. That's my intellectual property. If somebody goes and copies that, which they're perfectly well within their rights to do that, and they play it on a stream without adding any of the things I just discussed, that's a copyright infringement. Now, if they take that same content and comment on it, parody it, teach on it, or
No,
cite it in a
because
research
in many cases
that
you're
is fair
stealing
use.
views. No, because you're stealing views from the person who actually had the intellectual property. Like you're
I
stealing
will
from
say
them. You don't
here.
see that?
I will
Like that
say
is
here,
so
though.
inappropriate.
I will say here that the difference is permission. So when we are doing a show and somebody is restreaming it live and commenting on it without our permission, that is an infringement. Even though they're commenting, because they are stealing views
It's
from
not, though.
somebody who would watch it
I
here.
would say that's bad tact. I absolutely would. I would agree with you there.
Which I remember happened when we did the Kent Hovind debate. Mark Reed was restreaming it on his channel without letting us know. So we started understanding that because of the comments that we received on live stream on StreamYard, that they weren't on our YouTube channel. That's how we figured out that that's happening.
Was he a part of the debate?
Yeah.
Well, that's his intellect. He's part of that content. He can do with it what he wants.
Okay.
Unless
Yeah, maybe.
you've ahead of time said you cannot reproduce this without express written consent. That's why they have those disclaimers at the beginning of a lot of movies, a lot of sports things, because they don't want you doing that. But they have to say that you cannot replicate this without express written consent.
Yeah. Anyway, you're right. You're
However,
right.
you can still have a channel that reviews a baseball game. You can't do it while it's live, but that's because they have the disclaimer.
Yeah, but still, although I agree, but still, I do want to point out the hypocrisy from the.
I don't agree because Mark is a Southerner and I'm a Southerner. And he understands that we have a principle of hospitality and kindness and courtesy. And it's very courteous
Yeah,
these live streams.
you are roboting, brother.
Good manners, Mark.
You're roboting, Stephen.
I think I got the gist of what you're saying, and I agree.
Yeah.
There's common courtesy, but then there's also the law. And what we're discussing here is the fact that there was a legitimate DMCA takedown, although I don't think it was justified because Lupin claims to be Gangster's friend. However, the takedown he did on my channel was not legitimate. It's illegal actually. It can be a crime in some cases if you take down somebody's content like that.
If it wasn't valid though, but if it wasn't valid, how come YouTube took it down? But
because
they took it down.
They don't check. It's an automated system. They have to review it after the fact. As soon as somebody does a DMCA takedown, it's down. It doesn't matter if it's legit, if it's fake. You could go on my channel and do a DMCA takedown right now and strike my channel, and the only thing I can do
I don't do that.
do a counterclaim. That's true. You could.
Yeah, they only review it if the other person appeals.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've had to go through this with Brett Keane. I've still got one strike on my channel from Brett Keane that expires.
You know, I do want to interview Brett. I want to interview Brett, Aiden, you, and Adam.
If you interviewed Missing Mod, you might be able to get an interview with Adam. I would talk to her about that.
I have Adam's messenger.
Okay.
So, I'm going to reach out to him.
Aiden. You might be able to get one. Oh,
I think I could get one from Aiden. You are an important piece to the puzzle because I seriously doubt Cindy's going to give me one. Although, if Cindy would. See, here's the thing. If Cindy did it, she would tell me I can't edit it at all. But an unedited interview with her would be like 3 hours long. And I mean that respectfully, but it just would be. But so there wouldn't be a such thing as a completely unedited version.
Here's why Cindy would be apprehensive, and you know this, Steven. You did an interview with her already, and then you stabbed her in the back.
Not for this documentary. What are you talking about, stabbing in the back, first of all?
This documentary.
Well, I'm talking about when you did the interview with Cindy for her channel, where you spoke the truth about Hovind, and then you turned around and called her a witch.
Well, as a third person,
I spoke an inflated, very one-sided truth when I was bitter and angry at the man, which is what a lot of the. It's not a truth, man, because half the truth presented as the whole truth is no truth at all. And there was a whole lot of half-truths being propagated, Mark, and you know that. You know it. You know there was a lot of lopsided truths being told around that whole 2 years. Is it though, Mark? Is it though?
It may be biased, but truth is true regardless of bias. As long as
half the truth presented as the whole truth is no truth at all.
Reality, it's true.
That leaves a whole lot of unchristian room to negotiate.
No, I'm saying there's two sides to every truth. The foolish man doesn't get both sides.
You're saying truth is subjective.
No, I'm not. I'm saying
how are you not?
It's the reality.
Well, back then,
it's not subject to change.
Stephen, all that Stephen did was to change his mind about kind of fabricating the truth, and then he said, "You know what? I'm not gonna do this anymore. I think the man is innocent." So he didn't stab anyone in the back. He didn't go out. But when you feel the influence of a person, you know, witch is not just doing witchcraft, is manipulating people as well. So I don't see it as backstabbing. I just see Stephen backing out at the last moment on something that was wrong, and he understood it at the last moment. So the way you phrased it sounds like he backstabbed an innocent person. No, if you are lying, you are not an innocent person. And if I was helping you, thank God I realized it before we go all the way.
You lost me there. But Stephen, what about your interviews?
I
with
did it
Theo?
with a Greek accent, but that was awesome. What about my
Um,
interviews with Theo?
I mean, were those all half truths as well?
There was a lot of half truths, and there was a lot of isolated
any-
incidences that didn't happen but
Such
once,
as
like ladders falling occasions with Old Man Joe.
that did happen.
Yeah, it happened, Mark,
with
but it
Theo?
didn't happen every day.
Oh,
Like, we
100%
made it
did.
sound like there was a near-death experience every single day. Like, come on, dude.
I didn't get
And
that.
you know
from
what
your
I'm talking
interview with
about.
Theo. I didn't get that from your interview with Theo or Cindy.
Yeah.
I didn't. You were
What
let's
makes
see,
me
you were
mad
disillusioned,
is you
Kent.
claim to be a Christian.
I
You
am a Christian.
claim to have the Holy Spirit,
I do have
but
the
you
Holy
haven't
Spirit.
repented of going against Kent Hovind yet,
That's not a sin.
and
Show
repented
me where in the
for
Bible
all the
speaking the truth
souls that
against
are
false
going to be
prophets.
lost. You're not speaking truth, Mark.
What have I said that's not true?
What have you said that was? You've embellished everything.
Please give an example.
Hey, you guys, we have been keeping this fine
Stephen,
and civil. So
we
at least
can end this right here as far as this exchange, and I'm fine with that. We don't have to continue. But Stephen, this is exactly why I didn't want to do an interview, because I know this is where it's going, because I'm not going to stand down from the truth that I know.
Yeah, don't stand down from any truth that you stand on.
Amen.
hey,
Like,
MC.
hey, hello, how are you today? And thank you for letting me up. It's nice to see someone quoting the Bible for once on YouTube.
Yeah, well, we do a lot of that on Proverbs, guy. Normally, we do the proverb of the day.
There's
And
a lot
this
of
was,
darkness in this world.
Well, gentlemen,
yeah.
I appreciate you having me on, Stephen. I think we have a lot to discuss still yet. And same with you, Achilles. I'd also like to get to know Ryan some more. And I don't believe I've ever been introduced to MC Nemesis on Amazon Music. So,
MC
hi.
Nemesis has been here once, and I had to kick him out at some point, so I hope this won't happen again.
I
But hey,
don't remember, but I mean, sometimes debates do get heated. I will say that.
I do appreciate the opportunity to come and show my face. So, I'm gonna spend some time with the kiddo, and then I'm gonna play some video games with Garrett.
All right, brother. And
All right.
I did mean the things that I said earlier about I enjoyed your back and forth with Peter on Christian show, on Ghost show of Christians teaching.
Yeah, sure.
I think you did a good job there.
I appreciate it.
And that's what I want to see more of. People are one of the things that you just said, that you don't think you've done anything wrong.
No, I said I don't think I've told any lies.
Well, one of the things is spreading discord among the brethren. And I'm not going to say that, oh, you're guilty of that. But what I want to focus
Thank you.
on is that this world will benefit much, much more than discussions like that you had with Peter on a Christian show, on that discussion where he was bringing the things that he brought in and you were responding to him. The world will benefit more from hearing responses from the Bible to these atheistic approaches to it.
And that's
Than,
exactly why I do what I do. I know you guys don't
than,
agree with all of my methods and
yeah,
tactics,
because
but
yeah,
I'm
because
not
what I'm
just all
trying,
willy-nilly.
yeah, because what I'm trying to say, Mark, is that people will benefit from that more than a full channel attacking Kent Hovind all the time. that is not the correct fruit that a Christian must focus on producing. There are so many atheists out there, and they keep doing this. So let's at least try to be united in responding to them. We're not hating them, but let's be united in responding to them. And when somebody responds, we can't have another making a video about how terrible that response was. Make a
Well,
better response.
Let's do
Not that-
this. Let's practice loving one another, and we can start with that.
Yeah,
But that's all I got to say. So I'm gonna head out. You guys have a wonderful evening.
it's all good.
night.
Nice to see you, my brother.
Hey, Mark.
Thank you. Thank
See
you.
you later. Hey, Ryan. Hey.